the Transformers A Missing Link C04 Cliffjumper, the redeco of C03, which is Bumblebee. I picked up this figure from Surugaya, a specialty store from the Akihabara in Tokyo. Let's get this guy out of packaging. And here is the Missing Link Cliffjumper out of the box, and the figure looks great. I'm not just saying this because he's got more accessories than Bumblebee, but I really think they did a wonderful job with this figure. I think they got the plastic right. That head sculpt looks pretty good. Very, very G1 cartoon accurate. I think this is the better figure in terms of the mold. Not to take anything away from that Bumblebee. That Bumblebee was a good figure, but this one, I'm just really liking how this thing came out. I didn't think it was going to look this good. I'm glad it did. Let's take a closer look at the details of this new Missing Link Cliffjumper. And if you wanted to recreate that scene from that first episode from the Generation 1 cartoon back in 1984, More Than Meets the Eye Part 1, here is Cliffjumper with G1 Hound. And he's got his cannon aimed at Megatron, hoping to end the war. He says, "I got Megatron dead center in my viewfinder," and then he misses. And okay, so that's exactly where this bazooka, this concept of the bazooka came from, which I don't think he's ever used again, ever. It's like, I think Ironhide used that more than he did. I don't know. Head to toe, the figure still stands at about 8 centimeters tall, or about 3 1/8 inches tall. And here's everything that came with this figure. He comes in a styrofoam insert, which I'm hoping this is CFC free, so we don't harm the environment. It's an opaque box because I'm pretty sure the old G1 Cliffjumper came in a carded packaging, so this is new. I just hope it's environmentally safe, that kind of styrofoam they're using, like butane and not CFC. He also comes with a collector card, says Cliff, because in the Japanese continuity he is Cliff, not Cliffjumper. He's got some decals and the instruction sheet, much like a Bumblebee. And just to refresh your memory, here is that scene in More Than Meets the Eye episode 1 where he wanted to take out Megatron all on his own. That was a huge cannon. And for comparisons, here he is with the Missing Link Bumblebee, which I already reviewed, as well as my G1 Hound. This is obviously a KO, a knockoff, but it suits our purposes for now. I do hope we eventually get a Missing Link Hound. It's absolutely doable. Can put a lot of articulation here. One of my favorite G1 figures of all time was the G1 Hound. Cannot wait for a Missing Link version of this one. So here is his bazooka, or his cannon, and this is the main selling point of this figure. Now I realize why everyone was gunning after Cliffjumper more than a Bumblebee, because of this accessory. There is a ton of chrome on this particular accessory, and I'm loving it. And he can hold it in either hand, but we'll put it on his right hand because that's how he holds it on the cartoon. And yeah, it could have been bigger, admittedly, but I'm liking it. I'm liking the scale, the design. It's very G1 accurate. He also comes with a blaster pistol. I think this is his gas gun, and I am actually pleased that it is a different sculpt from Bumblebee's blaster. Very G1 sculpt for Bumblebee, and this one as well. Back in the old 80s toys, they never had accessories. They never had guns. So this is new, and I'm glad Takara Tomy did their homework, and they're really trying to make this one as G1 accurate as possible. I mean, if they could time travel back in the day, they could sell these. They would make a killing out of these things. This is how Transformers should have been, instead of the bricks, the really cool transforming bricks they had back in the day. So yeah, very, very nice that they've given us a different sculpt of the gun, and he's got this amazing G1 head sculpt. I'm really glad it's not just a repainted Bumblebee head, and they really gave him that G1 styled face sculpt and head sculpt. Wow, really nice. You got the Autobot faction tempoed right there in the middle, just like Bumblebee, and also just like Bumblebee, he's got the rub sign underneath on the soles of his feet, his right foot. And yeah, that's about it. Unfortunately, this is still plastic, no die cast. At least I don't see any die cast. I actually thought the thighs were die cast, but they're not. That's okay. I'm pretty happy. You know, in the back of his head, you will see that more in alt mode. You can see that tempoed on design. Very, very nice. Loving this figure. The articulation is still the same, much like Bumble. Head is on a swivel. It's on a hinge because of transformation. The legs go in and out. Kind of do splits, very shallow splits. You can move it a little bit backwards, kick forwards. It's got a thigh swivel. And the feet, you go up and down and have the rocker tilt. The arms go in and out, forward, backward 360, bicep swivel, hinge, elbow. That's about it. So transformation, you want to set the weapons off to the side. Same with Bumblebee or Bumble. You want to straighten out the legs. Then you want to combine the feet together. Make sure everything's flush. You want to fold that head. Doesn't fold as flush as I wanted it to, just like a Bumble, Missing Link Bumblebee. Rotate the arms. Fold down the feet. A lot easier to fold down the feet on this one compared to Bumble. And slide down the legs, slide it up to the torso. And then just like Bumblebee, you want to fold the arms and then tab the fists onto the feet. Tommy, made in China. Okay, no Hasbro here. Okay. And then put the other arm like that, and there you go. There is Cliff, or Cliffjumper, in his alt mode, Missing Link. Oh wow, look how smooth that thing rolls. It even sounds like it's a pullback toy. Like when you pull it back, it's spring-loaded and would spring forward. But yeah, very, very nice. I am loving this cute little chibi-styled alt mode of Cliffjumper. And for comparison, let's bring in Bumble or Bumblebee. Oh yeah. I think eventually they'd repaint this to Gold Bug, Bug Bite. This one would be like Hubcap. I'm pretty sure Takara Tomy is going to just capitalize on these molds. Okay, and then just for fun, we've got G1 Hound. All right. Oh yeah. Very cool. And so some final thoughts on this Missing Link Cliffjumper. I love this figure. I really had a great time with this figure, and I think I enjoyed it more than the Missing Link of Bumblebee. I thought this was a very, very well-engineered mold, and this is what the Missing Link is all about. It's Takara Tomy bringing back the old 80s toys and doing them properly, giving them the right amount of articulation, detail, accessories, how it should have been done back in the day to reflect how somewhat how they look like on the cartoon, with the proper articulation and posability and accessories. I think they did a wonderful job with this Cliffjumper. This figure is going to get a 10 out of 10. I am so looking forward to more Missing Link figures with the G1 Transformers from Takara Tomy. Let me know what you guys think of this Transformers Generation 1 Missing Link Cliff or Cliffjumper. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.